Hey everybody, it's Marissa. Thanks for coming back to see me. This is week 250, here to give you an update of what I've been up to. I checked in about 3 weeks ago to let you know how things are on my journey. Everything's going fine. I feel like it's, moving right along. As far as what I've been using right now to kind of stay focused and motivated, still doing my Fitness Pal. Still working out. I stepped up my workouts a little bit. My husband and I have been working out together in the evenings. He's definitely my accountability partner when it comes to that. He and I've been doing double duty a couple times a week at the gym at work, 6 in the morning, and then I work with him in the evening. So it's been working out okay. I feel good. Trying not to sweat the small things and just keep focused on the journey. Been doing a lot of reflecting lately. As you get out this far, almost 5 years, September 13th is going to be my 5-year surgiversary. At a certain point, you start thinking, what am I going to talk about? I haven't maybe done my updates as frequently because I feel like sometimes you get I feel like I got a little bit stale. I don't know if people were as interested anymore, if I had enough of a story to tell. Because it seemed like my story ended in a way, like, okay, now she got married, she had the baby, she lost the weight, what else? Well, and guess what? Real life happens, that's the real story to tell, is that everything beyond that, everything that's happened the whole way, but the story doesn't end. It might get a little bit stagnant, it might seem a little bit repetitive, but that is my life. And I feel like with weight loss and living a healthy lifestyle, there is a lot of repetition, there is a lot of boring time, there is a lot of where it's just like, because routine is what's worked for me. Keeping things simple has worked for me. And as I'm getting towards my 5-year, I just have to kind of sit back and reevaluate. I might do a little more as I update. I feel like I might do more kind of like reflection type videos and different topics of my journey in the past 5 years. Almost. I'm just about to, I'm just about there. So I think I can say in the last 5 years. So including like pre-op and stuff, it's been 5 years already. But Surgiversary, September 13th. The title of this video is called A Thank You Note to My Body. And you're probably thinking, what is that? Well, I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but when I was doing my reflecting, I kind of had to stop and evaluate and think to myself, sometimes I harp on what goals I haven't reached. Since I had my daughter, I haven't fully gotten back to where I was at my lowest. About that, and I think about, I have this, I have loose skin, or I have this, or I have that, and just focusing on the negative. And I needed to turn that around and think about the positive and focus on the positive. So a thank you note to my body is simply this: being grateful and thankful to my body for withstanding basically everything I put it through in the last 5 years. I used to walk around weighing 374 pounds. I had gastric bypass surgery. I had complications with gastric bypass surgery. And I was in this ventilator for 16 hours, bounced back, recovered from that. I would shoot myself up with Lovenox, to avoid my blood clots when I got my surgery. I'd do my injections. I'd have to walk around every 30 minutes so I wouldn't, get clots. I rearranged my anatomy, essentially, all in the name of changing my life and having a new life. I had my arms done, my mini breast lift. I got pregnant. My body carried a child. I gave birth naturally to a child. I recovered from that. I lost most of the weight. My body bounced back. So it's like, why am I focusing on negative things? More so, like, how dare I focus on that when, I have so much to be thankful for. When I was 374 pounds, my poor chest, I would get like tight chest pains. I was always sweating profusely. I had terrible skin. I had joint problems, knee problems. My feet would get swollen because they were so tired, carrying all this weight. And that's I'm so far removed from that. I sometimes just forget about how difficult it was to be that heavy. You know, I'm in my office these days in the summer and I have my heater on. I'm wearing a sweater. And back in the day, it's like I would just be, you couldn't make the room cold enough for me. I was just so in such a bad state. And you know, I really got to thinking at work, we used to park in a parking garage that's connected to our building, and they've since made that into a patient only lot parking garage. So I have to park in the main hospital parking lot, like in an area designated for associates, which by the time I walk through that and, you know, get all situated, it's about a 10-minute walk to my desk. And you know, I think about, what if I was still 374 pounds? Would I have been able to walk that? Probably not. And I was thinking, in June we had a big research conference. I do a lot for this conference, and actually this year I was made the project manager. Yay! So that means a lot of extra work for me. But to make a long story short, the day after the conference, I was bringing in 2 big paper boxes with stuff in it, plus my work bag, plus my purse. And I walk to the parking lot with these boxes, thinking no big deal. I get to the building, get to the elevator. The elevator is down. We have like 2 separate areas where we have elevators. They're both shut down. So I had to do, you know, 8 flights of stairs with boxes. And like those things, like I don't realize, like I probably at my highest weight probably would have sat there and waited. There were people waiting in the hallway, and I think it took like 2 hours to get them on from the time I got there. They were just sitting, like they were not even going to attempt, I don't know what floor they were on, but I'm at the top floor of the building. They were not going to attempt to walk. For me, I was like, I'm not going to sit here and stand here. I know I'm holding these stupid boxes, but you know what? My desk is upstairs. I want to be in my office. I want to get my cup of coffee. I want to check my emails. I want to sit down. I want to relax. And that was my motivation to go. But you know, that's a huge one where it's like, thank you body for getting me through that. And you know, my mindset's so different because now it's like, I'm not going to freak out. I'm telling you, at my highest, I just would have been like, oh well then I'll wait. I don't care how long it takes. I'll wait. Versus now I'm like, okay, well, I'm tired of waiting and standing here. I'm going. So it's just little things like that I have to really reflect upon. And, you know, thinking of my life now, you know, I have a almost 14-month-old daughter who is a little bolt of lightning, who is running, and she's curious and she's into everything and she wants to do everything. And I have to be able to keep up with her, and I wouldn't have been able to give her that gift if I was still at my highest weight. And the best thing I can do for her is to stay as healthy as I can be. Set the good example, and my husband as well, and that's really our focus. You know, I'm not really thinking that she's kind of built like me, hoping that she doesn't get my genetics that way, you know, predisposed to bad obesity, but I'm sure as hell gonna fight for her to give her the best advantage, that she doesn't have to struggle the way I did, because I feel like I hated struggling like that my whole life. I mean, my earliest memory of being heavy, I was 4 years old. I mean, why would any 4-year-old need to be thinking that? And I remember being on the swing set and looking at my legs and being like, I'm fat, you know, not cool. And I don't want that for my daughter. And that's my biggest wish for her. You know, I mean, obviously I'm there for her as her support, but I'm doing everything I can to give her, you know, the best advantage. And you know, it is what it is. Hey, we watch Sesame Street every day, and even Cookie Monster is sold out. He's all about eating healthy food now. Cookies are sometimes food. That's how it is in our house. There's no wrong foods. There's no terrible foods. There's no bad foods. There's just sometimes foods. And most of the time you have to be healthy. So we definitely implement the 80-20 rule in our house, and my husband does as well. So I'm very thankful that he's on board with me on that. But anyway, I rambled on enough for tonight. My husband's waiting for me. We're gonna watch movies, so I said, let me make my video really quick. I gotta hurry up and do this. So I'm glad I made the time to do it. Baby's sleeping, so I hope to check in very soon with everybody. Thanks for watching. It's been a really great journey, and I'm not done. I'm still gonna keep going. So I hope you keep watching, and I'll be back very soon for another update or reflection, or I don't know. Who knows what I'll talk about, but I'll be back very soon. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Bye.